I caught the biggest bass of my entire life at this lake last time I was here. A 7.5 pound largemouth, which is a pound and a half bigger than my previous personal best. It was freaking giant. It was so big. So I thought today, why don't we come out and try to do the exact same thing we did last time. We're gonna come out, we're out here super early again, right as the sun's starting to come up, and we're gonna throw some giant swim baits. We're right at the same spot we were at last time. I got it all marked out here on the GPS. Out here in this location, I want to talk a little bit more about how I caught that last bass and what we're doing today. We're out on this lake, and I went and mapped out the whole thing on the Humminbird Helix 7, and I found a spot right out here in the middle of the lake that is, I don't know, 2% of the lake. It's a small piece where the lake gets down to like 12 and 15 feet. And along the edge of this like big circle of water depth that exists in this lake, it has like a wall of grass and a ledge going around it. So there's either a wall of grass or a ledge. And in that circle is the deepest area where the biggest bass in the entire lake should be hanging out and feeding early in the morning, right as the sun is coming up. Throwing a giant swim bait at this time has proven to be successful 2 of the times I've come to this lake. One time I caught a giant, and then one time I caught the biggest bass I've ever caught by a freaking mile. So I just saw a huge blow up right over there. We're gonna get right to fishing, guys. There's no time to talk anymore. When you see a blow up that big on a lake that doesn't have carp, that's exciting. That is exciting. We got to throwing straight for it. The bass on this lake seem to freaking love this 9-inch draw from 6th Sense. They freaking love it. So we're gonna just throw that right away. So those of you who don't know, I've been competing in a season-long tournament in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. The Pacific Northwest Kayak Division, KFNW, Kayak Fishing Northwest. And this season long, it goes all the way until I think October 30th. I'll double check the date on that. But I am currently, after catching the bass here the last trip, I'm sitting in 4th place. I'm hoping today we get up into 3rd place. 1st and 2nd, those guys are freaking miles ahead. We got a lot of work to do if we're gonna catch up with them, but we're still planning on doing so. The bass on this lake seem to love the freaking crawfish fish stick. This stuff is crazy. There's like a coating of it on my 9-inch draw. Probably don't even need to apply any anymore. Probably need to freaking clean some of that off there one of these days, but you know, the more old crawfish scent on there, the better. All right, let's get to it, guys. We're gonna see if we can catch a giant today, and we're gonna throw a swim bait probably for the first few hours of the day. And if we need to, we'll adjust and we'll do what we need to do to make sure we get a freaking bag of bass today. I'm hoping to not just catch 1 giant today. I'm hoping to catch 5. Let's go for a top 5 today. I know it's, oh my God, there's a giant fish that just swam underneath us. I keep seeing fish swimming by underneath us. Bass can be funny and curious sometimes. They'll come right up to the kayak and they'll give it a sniff. But here we go, guys. We're gonna get right to it. Let's see if we can catch another giant today. I'm excited. We got here a little extra early this time, so the odds are in our favor. Plus, it's cloudy. Plus, we have a front coming in right now. It's gonna be here in about an hour. Water is a little bit clearer than it was last time I was here, which isn't what I want to see. This lure does really well in murkier water. Has a lot of visibility and a lot of sound, but we're gonna stick with it anyways because we've caught some giants with it on this lake. They seem to like it. Maybe it won't change anything if they can see it. My retrieve is just kind of a pause. I mean, you can have it zip back and forth, left and right, left and right. I love giving it those pauses. It seems to be how I've caught them each time. When I caught the personal best, I was like retrieving and then I pointed over there and I was like, whoa, look at those bait fish blowing up. And then my rod got bent. Though I did catch a 7.5 pound largie at this lake last time I was here, I do believe we're out fishing for a bigger fish today. I'd be happy. I still haven't caught a 5 or a 6 pound bass yet in my, this is my 3rd year of bass fishing in Washington. So like a 7.5 is so rare. I'm not seeing the bait fish that I saw last time I was here, which is unfortunate. Got me thinking, you know, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right spot? Should I adjust? I have a pretty strong suspicion that we're gonna need to switch up this swim bait for something a little more finessey. I think we're probably pushing hour 3 we've been fishing out here. You know, feeling a little stumped. So I think I'm feeling a chatterbait. Feels like chatterbait. Natural color chatterbait. Chatterbait might just be able to pull them out of the grass line a little bit more. They'll feel the vibration and they'll say, what's going on out there? I better go check it out. We got one. Okay, he came off. We didn't really ever set that hook. That was a good fish. First cast. Dang, freaking pulled some drag there for a second. Okay. I wasn't sure it was even a bite. Dang, that was a good fish. Missed our chance. But you know what we did? We learned something just now. Green pumpkin chatterbait. Had a feeling. Yeah, I got bit like 4 times right there. Something small. Okay, we figured it out. It's the chatterbait. Not sure how I didn't figure that out earlier. 2 bites within a couple, a dozen casts that's a freaking pattern right there. Ready to set the hook this time. I'm ready. Oh man. But you guys, we've been out here for 4 or 5 hours now. Missed our shot at catching a bass. Oh man, it was a good one too. Would have been a good one. I don't know how big exactly, but I'm certain it would have been good. Drop the ball. You got to be on it with a chatterbait. Chatterbait has a nice big old hook, and this rod has a lot of bend to it, so you gotta retrieve all that slack line, have the rod tip out, give a big old swipe. And if you don't do that, if you do what I did, you miss a fish. It's kind of felt like the bass have just not really been out. It just feels like they should, you know? We got an overcast day. I've had some nibbles, you know? They were nibbling on the wacky worm. They were nibbling on the freaking chatterbait, swim jig. We're getting nibbles. We got to come up with a game plan because I feel like at this point, you know, it's starting to burn daylight. Let's take this chatterbait. Let's fish this left bank over here. It's been kind of getting hit by the wind a bit. It's up a little shallower. There's some logs and cover and stuff that I can kind of cast up against. And then we'll see how that goes. If nothing seems to be going on with that, I think it's time to get the flipping rig set up, and then just go hit some lily pads. You know, let's start flipping. I feel like that seems like the best strategy right now. So that's what we're gonna do. Got one. Not a giant, but oh my God, we finally got one. You're not a very lively fish. You're so chill. 14 inches. First fish, you guys. We did it. All right. Got a fish on the board. Do I wish it was a way bigger one? Yeah, I do. But freaking take what I can get. I just don't know, you know? Do I even care about catching a bunch of dinks? I don't think that I do. I don't think that I do. All right, guys, we're back to throwing the bass squatch. Feels right. We'll see. We will see. Oh my God. Holy cow, that scared me. Freaking didn't see that coming. Look at that. Right in the mouth. Look at that. That's awesome. All right, bud. Right through your snout. Nice. Got it out of there. Easy peasy. How big are you? 18 inches? 17 and a half. All right. Sweet. Back you go, bud. Thank you. Holy crap. I've been just like kind of blind casting without thinking for a while now. 17 and a half and a 14. We've started ourselves a little bag now. He hit that hard. Not the giant I was hoping for, but oh boy, will I freaking take it. All right, I've decided to leave the spot. I'm leaving the spot because we got one good fish on a swim bait today. I'm happy with the 17 and a half. That was good. I would like to see if we can get 3 more fish. And I think our best odds of doing that is taking the chatterbait up shallow. We're gonna skip the stuff that we already fished, get right to the point where we stopped, and then we're gonna, for the first time, we're gonna go around the whole rest of the lake, just because I've never done it before. I wanna check it out. I feel like it's a good morale boost. Just get out of that spot that we've been banging our head up for all day, you know? Let's just try something new. We'll get to learn something today. We get to learn 2 things. We get to learn what the rest of the lake is like, and then we also get to learn whether or not these bass were hiding up shallow. Gah, grass patch. Plus, I think the more times I throw the chatterbait, the better. I think I've said this on numerous occasions, but it's like the #1 lure that I want to get better at. I feel like it's an unstoppable machine, but I'm really bad at it. And if I ever figure out how to use it confidently, then I just might become unstoppable. Oh, there we go. There's one more. One more for the bag. What do we got here? 13 3/4. Back you go, bud. We're at 45.25 inches. Heck yeah. And another one on the chatterbait. Every fish on the chatterbait is an experience point closer to leveling up. Well, we're getting on them now, aren't we? 13.25. Back you go, bud. We're at 58.5 inches. Okay. But, see, these are small fish. These are small fish. Nice. We got 2 fish in like a couple seconds. That is fantastic. Ooh, I don't like this. This is yuck. Let's see if we can maneuver through this. Chatterbaits and down timber, not the greatest combo, but as long as you don't go setting the hook into one, you'll be fine. Yep. Is there gonna be a fish over here or what? It's not a bad fish. Maybe the second biggest of the day. Super, super long. Might even, he's so long, he may be the longest fish of the day. 16 inches. Look how skinny he is. Like a toothpick, bud. Go get bigger. Come on. Plus 16. We're at 74.5 inches for the day. 3 of said fish have happened in the last 20 minutes. That is crazy. This is why I used to like to fish the bank so much. You just catch way more fish. It's so much easier. Not many giant fish or anything, but... Whew. All right. Not bad. We freaking turned it around. That was good. That was good. We got one good fish out deep throwing a swim bait, as I was hoping to do, but I was hoping for a much bigger one. But you know what? You can't get them every time. You just can't. You want to. You want to, but you can't. Can't do it. Awesome day. Freaking killed it, you guys. Got 5 fish. 74.5 inches, I think, is what we finished at. Solid day. I get up into 70. You get a limit. You get up into 70 inches. That's a good time. But most importantly, we freaking figured out the chatterbait. That bait's becoming like a go-to. I was crushing it. All right. Awesome day. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.